So today we're going to be looking at this problem right here. And it says, what is the next term of this geometric sequence? So this geometric sequence starts with 4 divided by 9. It goes to negative 4 divided by 3, 4, and then question mark, because that's the term that we have to figure out. So we know a couple things here. First, we know that it's a geometric sequence. Okay? Well, what is a geometric sequence? So if you're not familiar with a geometric sequence, just generally speaking, is a sequence in which each consecutive term contains a multiple of the previous term. It's either increased by a multiple or decreased by a multiple. Let me write that down. All consecutive terms. Consecutive means they're right by each other. Either increase or decrease by a multiple. Okay, and this multiple is usually called, it's called the common ratio, because it's the ratio that each consecutive term has in common. And we can denote it by the letter R. In this common ratio, we can get this common ratio by dividing the term an by the previous term an minus 1. And just denotes what term it is. So it could be term number 1, term number 2, term number 3, etc. For instance, this right here would be term number 1. So a1 would be 4 over 9. Negative 4 divided by 3 would be term number 2. This would be term number 3. And the question mark would be term number 4. So each term is either being increased or decreased by what is known as the common ratio. And right here, it's interesting because this term is actually starting at positive, becoming negative, and then going to positive. So it's kind of hard to tell whether it's increasing or decreasing. But anyways, we can still find the common ratio and then use that to find the fourth term. And if the common ratio is not enough, we can use our general formula for a geometric sequence. And this formula is going to be an, because no matter if it's the first term, second term, third term, fourth term, whatever it is, just generally speaking, an is going to equal to a1. And remember that n denotes what term it is. So the general term, an, is going to equal the first term. Let me just write a little note for you guys. This is the first term, wrong letter, first term, multiplied to our common ratio, raised to the n minus 1th power. Okay, and we would already know what the first term was in this example. So first, let's start with finding the common ratio. So let's find R. So to find R, And we already know that this is geometric, so we don't have to determine which one it is. Is it arithmetic or geometric? So we do know that it's geometric. But in order to find r, we're going to have to take some an and minus it by the term that comes right before it. So like take term number 2, for example, and then minus 1. Divide it by number 1, sorry. So let's take -4 divided by 3, and we're going to divide that by term number 1, 4/9. And so when you're dividing a fraction by another fraction, you're going to take the first one, -4 divided by 3, and then you're going to multiply it by this fraction, but you're actually going to flip the numerator and the denominator. So you're going to take 9 divided by 4. You can multiply it. I can simplify. These are both divisible by 4. This is divisible by 3, and this is divisible by 3. Then I can multiply these two and multiply these two. That's 3 divided by 1. There's a negative, so it's going to be -3. So r equals -3. So now that we know what our common ratio is, we can use that and our first term to figure out the fourth term. So A4, that just means our fourth term is going to be equal to the first term, 4 divided by 9, multiplied by -3 raised to the n minus 1 power. And now we see that n right here is going to be 4. So 4 minus 1 is 3. Simplified, this is going to be 4 divided by 9 times the -27, because -3 cubed is -27. When we multiply this, we see that 9 goes into 27 3 times, so it becomes -12. And so that's our fourth term. Our question mark equals -12. There we go.